Have you noticed that in the last few years, wheels and tyres in the cycling world have just got so much wider? Both on-road and off-road, tyres and wheels seem to just keep getting bigger and bigger. I've got a selection of on-road and off-road wheels and tyres here, different combinations. I'm going to tell you what I use them for, what their specs are, and then what the tyres that I've got on them actually measure as. Let's get stuck in. I do need to calibrate these though. I know it's only YouTube science, but that's clearly 8 inches. First up then, the Veta Liscio Ultra. These are my crit racing wheels. Now these are quite a wide wheel set because they're quite a modern wheel set. They have an internal rim width of 24mm and an external rim width of 30mm. Now I've paired those with some Continental GP 5000 TT tyres in a 28. So the rim externally is wider than the tyre, but how does that affect the tyre width? Well, Daniel, it's your video. Will you please tell us? Yes, I will. Let's measure that up. 31.5mm, so they're blowing out 3.5 mil, and I like it. Over to the dark side for wheel number 2. This is the Zip 303S. Now these were my gravel sort of race and training wheels last year, and these as spec are internally 23mm, externally 27mm. However, I have on them some Schwalbe Thunderbirds in a 2.1 inch, which is 54mm. So how does that affect the width, Daniel? Well, let's have a look. 50.7mm. That's actually brought that in by 3.3 mil, and I don't like that. I think off-road, I want wide tyres, I want fast rolling, I want low rolling resistance, I want good grip, all the things that come with generally having a wider tyre. So yeah, a bit disappointed by that if anything. Zip do market the 303Ss as their gravel wheel. I know they've been replaced by a wider model since, but... Right, we're going retro for wheel number 3. These are the OGs, aren't they? If you had Zip 404s, you were the guy. So, Zip 404 Firecrest, 19mm internal rim width and a 24mm external rim width. Not wide by today's standards, paired with some Continental GP 5000 TT tyres in a 25. Let's have a look what these actually measure at. Oh, 24.4 mil, so that's brought them in 0.6 of a mil. That is, I've road raced on them, I've crit raced on them, definitely never going to use them again, definitely want some wider tyres than that. But I remember a couple of years ago, I went from 23s and I bought these 25s and I was like, wow, I'm getting such wide tyres, bro. Next up, the GT Swiss G1800. These have a 24mm internal rim width and a 28mm external rim width. These came as stock on my Canyon Grizzle, so I guess they're marketed as like a gravel wheel set. Now I use these on the road in the winter, I used to, and I've paired these with a Continental GP 5000 all season setup clincher in a 32. So let's see what these measure out at. It's a bit too close to my face, this one, but I'm going to roll with it. 33.1 mil, so that's actually blown those out a mil or so. That's actually pretty good for the winter. I like that. So next up, I have my girlfriend's wheels off her gravel bike. Thank you for the support, Liz. Now these are Fulcrum Rapid Red 900s, internally 22 mil, externally 27 mil, but I've got two different tyres on them, as you can see. So in my right hand, a 40 mil Schwalbe G1 Bite, and in my left hand, a Schwalbe G1 Bite with a different colour sidewall because I ordered the wrong one, in a 45. So let's see how these measure up. Let's start out with the 40. Is this going to be wide and narrow or what? I don't believe it. Exactly 40mm. Excellent. And that's okay because her frame width on the rear doesn't really take any bigger than that, but it's got more clearance on the front, hence for me putting a 45 on the front, which measures up as 44.7 mil, so almost exactly what it says on the tin, and that's pretty good. We're back to the road then, kind of. These are the Veta Pesare wheels, which they market as their all-road wheel. I use it on the road because the roads near me aren't amazing. These are a 26mm internal rim width and a 32mm external rim width, so quite wide, but becoming more normal nowadays. Paired these with a 32mm Continental GP 5000 S TR, and they are set up tubeless as well. I do partner with Veta wheels on this channel. There is a discount code in the link down below if you are interested in any of the Veta wheels, but they are not paying me to do this video. We actually said don't scratch them when you do that, so okay. And these have come up at a 34, so slightly wider than the Conti's in a 32 on a narrow wheel. And again, I like that. I have a Canyon Ultimate that I use these on. It's got loads of clearance. On paper it takes 32s, but it fits these in absolutely no problem, so Love it. We're doubling up again. These are the DT Swiss ARC 1600 die cut, Aerodynamics by Swiss side. 60 something on the front and an 80 something on the rear. These came as stock on a crashed Canyon Speedmax that I bought that is still not quite fixed yet, but it will be soon. And these have two different widths of tyre on. So the front one, which is the shallower one, has come with a 25mm tyre on, which we will measure at now. It comes out at 26.5. That is pretty cool. And people don't like running wide tyres on the front because it's not supposed to be as aero, but I don't really know. The 28 on the rear is measuring up as 28.7. So again, both a little bit bigger than advertised. The 25 coming up more so than the 28. That's pretty good. The final wheel is a proper blast from the past for me. This is a Cero AR30. These are the bee's knees for rim brake, lightweight, value for money wheels in my opinion. Bought from Cycle Division, which is local to me. These are about £300 all the time, 1,350 grams, something like that. And they're just reliable, rock solid. Sometimes they go through bearings in the winter, but these are great. I've been through several sets of these. Anyway, the point of today's video, how wide are they? These are 17.4mm internal and 22mm external. So the narrowest wheels that we're looking at today, and I have on there a Continental GP5000 in a 25. So let's see how this comes up. I'd expect this to be narrower than 25, but we will let the vernier do the work. Oh, 25.7. I'm absolutely full of it. Let me just get that again. Are we sure? Yeah, 25.7. I'm surprised at that. That's really quite okay. There we go then. What did you think? I can't move because I've got wheels all around my feet. If anything, I was a bit surprised that the Schwalbe 2.1 inch came all the way down to like 4mm smaller than it was. But I am getting a hold of some wider wheels for gravel in the not too distant future. So I look forward to testing those tyres on the wider wheels. If there's anything you want to see me test or do with these wheels whilst I've got them all, because it's been pointed out to me that I can't have them all forevermore, then let me know in the comment section down below and I will get right on it. Thanks for watching, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.